my instincts of being a father kicked in. I need to fix this. I got to fix this. How do I fix this? Where's my son? What do we have to do? I got to fix this.
Oh my gosh, like what do I do? I have two parents that are grieving because they lost their son, but like, hot dang, I just lost my best friend. Like, how is this, what, your mind just starts going a million miles a minute.
And the mom radar knew that life was forever going to be different. You know, when you're at work, you can't be on your cell phone, and my cell phone kept ringing. And it was the first time it went off, I noticed that, because you can glance and see the phone number, and I thought, well, I don't know that number. So this went on all afternoon. My phone kept going off, and I kept ignoring it. One of my coworkers, I work in a call center, one of my coworkers came over and she said, I want you to come to the lobby with me. And all of a sudden, I became like a belligerent little 2-year-old, and I'm like, no, I'm not going to the lobby. Because I knew what was there I didn't want anything to do with. And Kimmy says, no, come on, Nan, let's go. And she had to take off my headset for me, put it on my desk. She had to take me by my hand and drag me. Nicole was at school. Paul was at a Boy Scout camp. I finally found the address of the camp he was at. And about the time I found that, Nicole pulled up out back.
I didn't even make it up the steps when the Marine Corps, our two casualty assistant officers walked out the door. And you have that realization of, like, you want your brother to surprise you. You know, like they have, like, at the Dayton Dragons game where, like, sometimes the mascot will be the, you know, sibling or the dad or the son, and they're hiding and they come out as a surprise. I was thinking, when they walked out, one split second, oh my gosh, he came home. Why is he here? You know, and then the whole realization of, oh wow, this isn't good. He's either injured or he's killed.
And as a mom, you want to run and hug your baby girl and tell her what happened, and they told me I couldn't. They had to go tell her, and I know they have their protocol. So I had to stand up on the deck. When they gave her the news that devastated her.
I'm at a Boy Scout camp. I'm doing adult leader training other adults on how to do high adventure. And I look up, and I'm in this big room, and there's a glass windows. It's at a visitor center at a local state park. And I see my wife, and I think, how awesome my wife is coming out and got off work maybe a little early to come out to join us, because she's also a scout leader. I thought, awesome. And I see her, and she's not smiling. And then I see two people beside her, and I see the Marines, and I see the uniform. I threw everything I had in my hands through. And I mean, they don't have to tell you anything.
Like, oh my gosh, like what do I do? I have two parents that are grieving because they lost their son, but like, hot dang, I just lost my best friend. Like, how is this, what, your mind just starts going a million miles a minute. What's gonna happen? What are we gonna do? Where are we gonna go?
Can't make decisions, can't do anything. And we were just impossible. Just the three of us were just impossible.
People grieve differently. I expected everybody to be a certain way at a certain time, and I'm feeling this way right now, so you should feel that way right now. It's just not the case. And we had to learn to respect each other's place, and being understanding of that process is huge.
The grief book that they gave us, in that grief book, which I was searching for answers, right? How do siblings do this? 2 pages. Well, that doesn't help me. 2 pages on siblings' grief. 2 pages. The rest is all on the parents, the spouse, and the child. But 2 pages for a person that is the closest in DNA you'll ever get to, a sibling, for a sibling.
They grew up together. They knew everything about each other. The ins, the outs, the ups, the downs, the goods, the bads. They're bonded like no other in this world.
One of the things I come to understand is that when folks come up, they see us, the parents of the child, and they come up and they want to talk to us and give condolences and connect with us, and not realize that standing next to us is our daughter, who actually was the closest to our son of anyone during his lifetime.
So when my unit got back, I believe it was in October, we had a big old memorial service for the individuals we lost.
And after the memorial service, the next morning, they had the Purple Heart service.
So I was given my Purple Heart that day, and at the end of the ceremony, and I sprinted up to Paul and Annette Zanowick.
And so all these Marines get up and they go that way. Oh, they left the parade field and they're going back to the wherever. And so here's this flood of Marines. And then all of a sudden, one of the Marines comes back and he is running back to me. And he came up to me and stood beside me. I couldn't hear what he said because I had already read his name on his shirt, and it was Erlandson. And I know who Erlandson was. He was the young man Rocky's unit saved the morning of June 3rd. And so he's talking to me, and he placed his Purple Heart in my hand and closed my hand around it, and then went running back across the parade field. And
If you're a family that's suffering loss, a tragic loss of a family member, don't try to think that you're going to be okay and you can do this on your own. My recommendation would be to reach out to get some help, whether it's a clergy or if there's counseling involved like there was with us with VA. Seek it out and get it. Talk to someone, get your emotions out. For me, it became understood that talking about it was better than not talking about it. As hard as it was to talk about it, I would still cry.
probably always will.
Even in the face of incredible loss, there is hope for healing. What really strikes me about the Zanowicks is the way that they have clung to one another through this tragedy, and now are an inspiration for others. If you or a family close to you has suffered this kind of loss, consider what we learned from the Zanowicks. Seek counseling, talk to others who have walked this road before you, and look for ways to honor your loved one. Even though the wounds remain, there is hope for healing. If you'd like to learn more about how Crosswinds is helping families like the Zanowicks, visit us at warriorsonmission.org. And if you have found this content meaningful, consider a charitable donation to Crosswinds. Thank you.
Go your own way. Go your own way. Leave behind everything you fear. Turn